Do you feel the vibes?
What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin. In this video, I wanted to talk about this trending hashtag called "Give Captain America a Boyfriend." Now, I think it's ridiculous when when people are trying to get these companies, mainly these comic book movies. The movies are what they're referring to because these people don't read the comics, so of course they're not referring to that. When they try to change a character just for no reason. There's honestly no reason. I know people are gonna bring up Nick Fury, but at least at some point in the comic, Nick Fury was black. In the Ultimates comic, he was black. So anyone that brings that up, you're a dumbass. Because he was in the Ultimates, which the Ultimates crossed over into the 616. So Nick Fury was black at some point in the Ultimates comics. So don't use that. I made a video talking about changing the characters based on the source material from the comics and how I have a problem with that. But when you change an established character who's already been established in the movies, just to try to pander to a certain demographic is ridiculous. And the other character they're referring to is Bucky. If you watch Civil War, it was Cap was trying to save Bucky pretty much the whole movie. And people are trying to use that to put some homosexual spin on it. A guy trying to save his best friend who was wrongfully accused, a guy who you look at Winter Soldier, he thought was dead, a guy who was in the trenches in World War II, who he blamed himself for what happened to him on the train, and he thought he died at that point. He blamed himself for that because he felt as though he could have saved him. Him trying to save his best friend, people spun that into that. Now, when it comes to these movies, when I do a review, the important things that I bring up: story, which is important. You want a story that makes sense. Acting is important because you want the characters to feel like how the comics. If you read the comics and I guess make them sort of believable as like a superhero movie could be. But you want good acting. You want to see the emotion from the characters, and of course, acting goes a long way. Without good acting, these movies would be awful. Sound, action, effects. Those are some of the more important things, not a character's sexual orientation. Now, also like to mention keeping close to the source material. Now, for instance, with Civil War, it's almost impossible for them to really copy the source material because of everything that went on in Civil War in the comics. They will have a bunch of legal hurdles to jump. And just the scope of it was just way too big in the comics. So I can understand them changing the source material for that. But I want it at least close. I want the characters to feel like you read the comic, you be like, yeah, this guy who's playing Captain America, this guy's playing Iron Man, this guy's playing Thor, or any of these other characters feel close to, feel like the characters that you read about in the comics. And I feel as though, for the most part, hell, even with guys like Black Panther, Spider-Man, who the new additions to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they feel like the comics, the characters from the comics. And those are some of the more important things. And like I mentioned, sexual orientation is usually the last thing that I even bring up. I'm not going to talk about this character being straight or this character being gay. Why does that matter? And you'll ask why I'm making this video, since I just said why does that matter? Because these people are trying to pander, trying to change a character when the character is established, and honestly, nothing needs to be changed. What does making Captain America gay add to the story? Tell me. Why are they always trying to change characters like this? Look at Iceman. The comics, they used the plot device to change him. You look at Arrow, Mr. Fantastic changed him, and Mr. Fantastic in the comics was his whole story of why he became who he was because his wife was killed. They completely wrote that out. But Arrow's a different story. Arrow has gone so far away from the source material. They could honestly call that show something else. But I really don't want to talk about that. I just want to talk about just mainly that hashtag and why it's just pandering bullshit. And, you know, I wasn't going to make a video, but just seeing people talk about it. Hell, you go click on the hashtag, you just see a bunch of people who don't know a goddamn thing about comics, who know nothing about Captain America. If you want a character like that, try to get Marvel or DC to make a new character. Don't try to change, you know, these established characters. I'm surprised they didn't try to go after Superman or Batman or Iron Man or somebody else just to get these companies to pander. And in some cases, it has happened. It has happened where they have pandered to a demographic who, a few years ago, didn't even support them and still don't support them outside of the movies. But anyways, I'm done talking about this. Let me know what you think down in the comment section about this hashtag. I'm pretty sure it's still trending. I went up there like 5 or 10 minutes ago. It was still trending. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. Hit that thumbs up button if you like this video. Subscribe. Thanks for watching.